4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
The biggest names in music.
Oh, wow.
Big names, big songs, big guests, big prizes.
Well, it's a big show.
The Big Show.
Put your hands together for the one and only
Glenn, Angel, FD, and Sean.
That's what I'm talking about.
1FM 91.3. Good times, greatest hits.
1, 2, 3.
Good morning and welcome to The Big Show and TheBigShow.tv. It's a Thursday, so that's why we are joined by Adrian Choo, career strategist from careeragility.org. We haven't seen you in, a couple of weeks? Welcome back, Adrian.
1 week. Happy to be back. Good to see you guys again, man. Everybody.
Did you miss us?
Oh, lots. But I heard you. But Angel, you were still on air, so yeah.
So you didn't miss me. You missed them.
Well, Adrian, today we're talking about wise sayings by some of the most successful people in the world, right?
Yeah, it's interesting because I was over the weekend. I was reading through some rather interesting articles, and a couple of pearls of wisdom actually came out. And I thought it might be interesting to share these words of wisdom and how they can actually help our career along. So I thought this morning we just have a shot at it and see how it goes.
Okay.
Love it. I love quotes. Especially when they ring true in life.
Do you guys have any favorite quotes in life that you follow?
I don't actually.
Choose your love and love your choice.
Oh, I love that. That's nice.
Yeah. I think make sure you're happy with the decision that you make.
Wow, that's nice.
Oh,
Mine,
sorry, no one else was prepared.
No one else was
was quiet.
My non-career quote is from Benny Hill, the really inappropriate comedian of old. He says, "Live every day as though it was your last, because one day you're gonna be right."
Yes.
I love Benny Hill.
Benny Hill's really good.
But you know that quote I feel is so wrong. It should be live every day as if it's the first day of your life.
Then you'll be blur all the time.
No, but not like, you know what I mean. Like
You'll be crying and wetting your pants every day.
So you're given a fresh start every day. Not like it's your last day of your life. Last day of your life, I'm not sure if I want to be doing anything.
No, last day you can do everything.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think.
No, I like the fresh start.
Yeah, that's the reason it's going to be your last day,
My favorite quote
You might not be able to move,
There you go, right?
You do everything. Mine is plan as though you're going to live for the next 100 years, but live every day as though it's your last.
That's a nice one.
Oh,
That's
okay,
nice. That's a good one.
very good. That
Like
one's
that,
very, very
Yeah, that's
good.
so hard to do. Come on. Easier said than
planning?
done.
That's his quote. It's so hard to do.
We gotta be realistic, what? All these sayings all sometimes, right? It's like, oh yeah, they make it sound so easy.
Very
but
dreamy.
Yeah, it's it's obviously very, very hard to do.
But it's good to have dreams. And it's good to daydream and good to hope. Otherwise,
I think life is pretty much useless if you don't have dreams.
dreams and
You've
hope.
got
right?
to have dreams.
I don't believe in dreams.
You don't believe in dreams?
No.
Wow.
Because to me, if you say it's a dream, it's not going to happen.
Always the cynic.
No, but you make your dreams happen, don't you? Don't you make your dreams happen?
I don't know. I think I don't like the word dream.
Do you
because
believe
it
in
feels like a fantasy.
Okay.
Goal?
You know what I
Would you
mean?
prefer goal?
Goals?
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
Same thing.
I mean, you think about doing this and that's it. I can say, I dream to be the President of the United States of America.
Yeah.
How
That's
real is that?
unrealistic, yeah.
It's not going to happen.
So do you believe in fate or drawing your own journey?
Well, that's another story. I don't think I should be talking about, what's on my mind on national radio.
Okay,
right
so
now.
let's go on to Facebook then.
It's my secret.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's Glenn's secret. All right, cool.
Okay,
So
fantastic.
one of the sayings that always hits me and I always share it with my clients is what Oprah Winfrey once said. She was asked once, Oprah, why are you so lucky? Everything's going your way. From being a small town Chicago weather forecaster to one of the richest entertainers in the world. She said, they asked her, why are you so lucky? And she said, there's no such thing as luck. Luck is what happens when preparedness meets opportunity.
I totally believe in that.
Yeah,
Totally believe in that.
Because if the opportunity comes and you're not prepared, no, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So it's amazing.
That's quite interesting because Mol on our Facebook page has something that I think is just the opposite of that. She says her favorite quote, "Que sera, sera."
Oh, whatever will be,
will be.
And that's good also, because then you accept. Sometimes you accept the things that happen and don't dwell too much about it, right? So
That's another thing that's so hard to do, right?
Right.
Que sera, sera.
Yes,
Yeah.
very hard.
Yeah.
Que sera, sera.
Ideally, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Que sera, sera.
Yeah.
We're talking to Adrian Choo from koreaagility.org. Up next, Inner Circle, here's Sweat, a la 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 long on The Big Show.
I've been watching you.
Well, I think saying que sera, sera is kind of like a give up, isn't it? It's kind of like, it's going to happen,
Whatever.
it's going to happen, whatever, almost.
It takes a certain type of person. To be like that. To be able to say, okay, like, I think Sean is like that, actually.
Yeah.
What will be?
Very
will be.
much.
A
Very
little
much
bit like,
so.
like a duck washing water off its back.
Letting water, right, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just like, okay lah, but underneath, panic.
Alright, swimming, he's trying to tread water.
Oh, what's going on? But like, outside, it's just like, whatever.
but seriously, some things you can control, then you make sure that it happens along according to your way. But some things you just can't control, and those things you can't control. There's no point dwelling over it. So just que sera, sera. Like sometimes our clients, they go for an interview, they don't get the job, and they beat themselves up over it. Why didn't I get it and everything? Then we just tell them, okay, sera, sera. It wasn't meant to be, so let's not do it. And interestingly, 6 months later, the company folds or the company gets absorbed or something happens. So whatever will be, will be.
And that's why I believe in the saying, things happen for a reason as well.
Yes.
Because like you just said, the company will fold or the company folds and you kind of think to yourself, oh my goodness, thank goodness. And that's why you didn't get picked for the job. I strongly believe in things happen for a reason.
And that's true. From my own personal experience, when I graduated fresh from NUS very, very, very long ago, I was trying to get in. I graduated in the recession year, 97.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
and and it was a bad year. So I was trying to get into companies, but what happened was that I was trying very hard to get into this local bank because I wanted to go into banking and everything, right? But I didn't get in, and I was very depressed. And I was like, oh shucks, that was the only interview I had. And a week later, an oil company, Shell, called me up because I interviewed with them a year ago, and I was kind of put on hold. Called me up, and I was made an offer. So sometimes, if I had accepted the other one, I wouldn't have gotten into the company. So I'm always very, very philosophical about things that happen for a reason. And sometimes things don't happen for a reason as well. So, really, que sera, sera, sometimes just follow, just go with the flow, right?
yeah. I think adapting is so important, though.
Well, I've always said that if you didn't get it, you weren't meant to get it. So
Wasn't meant for you.
Don't waste your time. Life is too short. Don't waste your time.
To dwell,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. There are all these things, right, that just, makes one feel better.
Yeah,
When they don't get something.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. I think that's really what it is.
It's just to console yourself.
Yeah, in many ways it is. In many ways it is.
But one thing I like about the Oprah Winfrey quote is not so much about the preparedness piece, because she says that you have to be prepared for, like, if an opportunity comes along. Sometimes the opportunity piece is something we need to look at as well. Are you creating your own opportunities? For instance, I know people who are saying, I want a better job, but I'm not getting any leads or anything. Are you going out there and talking to people? Are you actually applying for jobs? Are you going out there talking to your old bosses, to the headhunters, recruiters? If you're not creating your opportunities, why are you sitting down and complaining about it? See? So a lot of times, the part of this, it is a two-faceted statement. You got to be prepared, but you got to create your own opportunities as well.
Absolutely, because the people who are saying they're not getting jobs and if they're not going out there, then you're like, how do you expect people to know that you're actually out there looking for that job?
Exactly.
Well, it's not only if you're looking for a job. I
For
think in this
anything.
current COVID situation, you have to be out there creating opportunities. Otherwise, with the way the economy is and the way the world is now, you're going to end up in a terrible place if you're not creating opportunities because everything has to change.
Yeah. And also, as an extension of that quote from Oprah about preparedness and opportunity, making it lucky, right? I think also if you prepare to fail, you fail to prepare. That's another quote that I like to refer to, but I don't like using the word fail, so I try not to use that quote very often. But really, if you fail to prepare, you can prepare to fail.
Yeah, that's true. Don't go random, right? Just make sure that at least you have a
Make
plan,
sure you
right?
have everything. Like you always say,
Yeah.
you know, if you're going for an interview, do your due diligence on the company, find out more about them, find out what they're looking for, you know, be prepared, have it all in your head. Make sure you at least know what kind of company they are and
Yeah.
who you're speaking to and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people don't do that. They
Yeah.
just see a job and they know what the job entails, but they don't know the environment that they're going to get into.
Yeah.
And that's the research you really have to do.
You have
Actually,
to
if I had to come up with like a few words to live by, it would be know thyself. Because I think
Yes.
many people don't know themselves. They think they are better than they actually are.
No, I
Many
agree.
many people are like that
I
out
agree.
there.
Or
I
they
agree.
don't know their self-worth either.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so I think it's important for people to know themselves, to know their ability, to not take on more than they should.
Or settle for less.
You know, in many ways, to be wise when they make their decisions. You know, to be able to, you know, to look ahead and you know, to weigh the repercussions and stuff like that. You know, I mean, to know yourself. Many people don't know themselves. Many people just think they're the best.
Adrian, do you
when they're not.
get that with people who come to you and say are looking for jobs and they ask for help? Are they people who really don't know who they are?
Actually, a lot of them, and a lot of them fall under the underestimate side. It's like, what you mean? You know, I should be applying for a director level role. I'm only a manager. You know, I shouldn't be. I'm not ready for it yet. That's why the next statement, which really hits me, is, you know, what Richard Branson said: if somebody offers you an amazing opportunity, but you're not sure if you can do it, say yes.
Say
then
yes
figure out how
first.
to do.
Correct.
Yeah, say yes first. Then learn how to do it later, right?
Correct. That's what I always say as well. Just say
Yeah.
yes first and then figure everything out later, because you can always learn, right?
Yeah,
You
know,
can
it's-
always learn, yeah.
And what I
So-
call that is luck as well. You know, if someone were to offer you something that that you feel is above you, beyond your abilities, and you say yes first, and you hope to learn, that's a lucky break for you. But whether or not you're able to take the stress once you go in there and you try to
Exactly.
learn, that's another story again altogether.
True,
Yeah.
but I think
You
when
know?
someone offers you that opportunity and you think it's beyond you, you have to realize that that person has seen something in
you that you
that
haven't
maybe
seen.
you don't see.
Yes.
You know, so you've got to open the door. You can't shut a door on something like that, because sometimes it takes someone outside
To see what...
to see what's inside.
Yeah, that is true. To point out
Yeah.
what you may not already know.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people don't realize that. And that again boils down to your own self-belief, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
not
always
knowing
think
yourself,
about, you know, American Idol and all that. You get these singers, you know, auditioning, right? And they can't carry a tune, right, to save their lives. You know, and they think they sound fantastic.
Okay,
There are people like
bring
that
up-
out there.
Bring that up again. Stand by.
Gareth Gates, any one of us right here on The Big Show, 1FM 91.3. We are speaking to Adrian Choo, our career strategist from careeragility.org.
So, Glenn, you were relating this knowing thyself to American Idol.
Yeah, because, you know, every time we watch an audition, right, and someone comes up and sings really badly and thinks that he or she sounds great, you know, you look at the faces on the judges, you know, and you're thinking to yourself, why would this person put himself or herself out there?
I
You
think-
know you can't sing to save your life. Is it just because you want to be on the show or what?
I think it's terrible, and I know it's for entertainment value, but I think it's terrible that they even put them up on the stage in front of the world. You know, it's like, poor people, stop it. You know,
Yeah,
stop
it is like-
laughing
But you
at
see,
them.
why can't these people figure out for themselves that they can't sing?
They think they can.
Well, they think
Yeah,
they
why?
can, but even if they know that they can't, they're on the world stage. How amazing is that? You know, I mean, everyone can see them, and they've got their 15 seconds of
No,
fame.
you see, even Sean will not do something like that. As much as he wants to be popular, he wouldn't put himself out there. I mean, Sean knows he can't sing, right? And that's why every time when we talk about singing, you know, he kind of shies away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sean very rarely shies away.
I bet you he
okay?
can. You know, he just hasn't found his
Just
voice.
like FD as
No,
well.
I
You know,
won't.
he just
I won't.
doesn't want to sing.
I will not sing, and I will not get up on stage and do stand-up comedy. I have so much respect for stand-up comedians, but
Yeah,
I
same.
will not do it.
I don't have any comedic timing
I
either.
won't.
Yeah.
It's
No,
still
I have I have a theory as to why these people go on stage and sing horribly.
Tell us.
It's because they've been surrounded by people who tell them, "Oh, you're a great singer." They don't want to be nice. And they don't give them the hard truth sometimes that
You
their
think
singing is
so?
really bad. So all their lives, they're told that, oh, you can actually do, wow, that's nice. You should try singing as a profession. They're being nice. So sometimes it pays to be around people who can just tell you the hard truth. Look, singing in your thing. That's just the way. So like for us as well, whenever we are coaching, sometimes we just tell people, look, you fancy yourself to be the sales director, or you want to go into sales, but look, it's not something you're good at. Let's focus something on marketing instead, into your strength rather than into something that you wish you were doing. So sometimes you need someone to just come in and say, look, that's the truth, and let's see what's the best other option to do.
Well, they do say that the truth hurts, right?
But sometimes I think maybe because I'm older than you guys and I've realized it a long time ago, sometimes it's not what you want to do. You do what you can do.
So what Adrian
Not
is
what you
saying,
want to do.
what Adrian is saying is William Hung's mother should have told him that he cannot sing more. Because nobody told him that he cannot sing.
Nobody told him, right?
He thought he could sing, and look where he is now. Banking it out.
Now you see,
He's a motivational speaker now, making money,
Is that what he's doing now? I had no
Right.
idea.
no, William Hung to me was manufactured.
Probably.
Okay,
Yeah.
he was manufactured, obviously.
Yeah.
But there's so many people out there who are tone deaf.
That is true as well.
Okay, we are speaking to Adrian Choo from careeragility.org. Up next, Johnny Hates Jazz. Here's Turn Back the Clock on 1FM 91.3.
It's interesting that we play Turn Back the Clock, because if I turn back the clock, when I first started out on radio, my program director told me something once, and I've always lived by it. He says, remember that there are people worse off than you, and there are people better off than you, and there always will be. And I went, what do you mean? He says, being successful is great, but being successful, having run yourself into the ground, is worth nothing. And that to me is always stuck with me. You can chase the stars and reach them, but if the price is running yourself into the ground, why'd you do it?
Because when people chase
you won't
money,
enjoy it.
making money is never enough, right?
It's never enough.
when you get to that, it's always like, oh, I can make more, and then you get to that, and then you get to that, and you're constantly chasing it, right?
Yeah. So I've always lived with that.
You
and it's
believe in luck, Adrian? Just now you were talking about Oprah Winfrey, right? She said
Yeah.
something like, it's not luck, is it?
It's
Is that
not
what she-
luck.
It's, it's not. You manufacture your own luck.
But,
but sometimes it does come along.
Exactly.
But are you ready for it? You see? So,
Exactly. I don't like to use the word luck. I mean, we're off air now, so my faith is quite strong. So I like to feel like whatever I have today, I'm blessed.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about the word luck, and everyone uses this word, right? I do think that luck plays a huge part. In look at FD.
Well, luck is being
At this age right now, he's still on the radio. And how many years ago did he? And I'm sure there were circumstances in between that could have cut your career short.
Absolutely.
But he's still around. I got this job. I may not be, the best radio person, but I've also been very lucky as far as my career is concerned.
Yeah.
But you've been working hard as well.
How are we so lucky to get Angel to join us on the show? This is luck.
It's luck. It's luck.
No. I think what Oprah was trying to say is that when you're given the opportunity, make sure you are prepared for it. So when I was asked to be on this show, which was being given the opportunity, I was prepared for it. If you had come to me 10 years ago when I was on radio back then, I would have done it, but I may not have lost it.
Right.
Because I just wasn't, I wasn't at a point in my life where I was ready to do just one thing.
Yeah.
So 10 years ago, it may not have worked out, but now I'm ready and I'm prepared.
But perhaps you were also lucky to get a position here at 1FM 91.3 to begin with.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
Perhaps.
So
The
this is
opportunity
what I mean.
came. The
Yeah.
opportunity came.
This is what I mean, right? Because, there are other people out there who could
That
possibly
want it.
do what we're doing as well.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But why are we here and not them?
Because we work really, really hard and we're good at
Yeah.
what we do.
But
and
I think
we love it.
If we go back, I've always thought of luck as just being in the right place
at the right
time.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
all it is.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
That's
if you're
what
in the
you
right
say.
place at the right time, you have got to seize that opportunity.
But can you put yourself in the right place at the right time? That's the
And some-
different, you know.
but sometimes
you're
no, just-
preparing for it.
yeah.
But sometimes just showing up for work or just showing up, it happens. So
Yeah.
luck once again comes in, right? I think Oprah's point was also that if you're sitting down and complaining, why don't I have luck? Why am I not
Nothing's
lucky?
gonna happen.
Yeah, what she's saying is, go out,
Yeah.
create the opportunities, go out, be prepared for it, and make things happen rather than sit down. Because it's like if you look at yourself, Glenn and FD, the two of you are two of the most hardworking people in the industry. You don't go 20, 30 years in this business without being successful, without being hardworking, right?
Yeah, and without and just sitting at home going, oh yeah, I have a job, this and that. You're great with your PR work. You go out there and you make sure everyone's happy. You make sure you work hard and you're prepared every day. I mean, in fact, the stuff that I've learned from you guys ever since I came on the show has been so much more than I've learned in most of my career.
Oh,
wow.
No, really, really. Like I've seen the passion that. So only a small heart. I need a big one. The passion that Glenn has. He lives, eats, and breathes radio.
Yeah.
This guy is like, and then the storytelling skills that you have, FD, is like it's something that I've learned. Like I still read my stuff.
yeah. All these
It's-
years, yeah.
Yeah.
That one skill
He
that
always
he has,
impresses me.
every time he looks at that thing in the newspaper and then he tells the story like he's written it. And I'm
Great
like,
storyteller.
How does he do this?
Okay,
Sometimes I wonder, is it true or not? The story
I will,
always
Glenn questions my
Nobody
story. But I will tell you the secret behind that.
Tell me.
Read, people.
Yeah.
Read.
Yeah.
Because
But
when you
really
read,
yeah.
you think like a storyteller.
Yeah. And you really have to read, not just glimpse.
Yes, you
and
really have to read.
And catch the gist of it. You
Yeah.
really got to know every detail and
You've gotta
everything.
read.
Yeah. I'm reading
read.
better since I started
Yeah.
working with you.
Yeah,
So
you've got to read.
Right.
I love
Hear
the way-
that, Sean?
Ah,
So we
reading?
have to read a little bit more.
I'm
Not
tired
just,
already.
buy audiobooks.
Here, start with this.
Many words.
It's interesting because one Arlun on our Facebook page has come up with his version of Oprah's luck is when preparedness meets opportunity. He says, you can't win Toto unless you buy a Toto ticket.
Which is also true.
That should be my next tattoo, no?
You can also go and study the numbers, which some people do as well. So there is a lot that goes
There
into
is
things.
a lot of it. There is a lot of it that goes into this.
Wow. Isn't there something simpler we can live by?
Well, Abraham Lincoln also said, "Whatever you are, be a good one.
I like that.
Yes, that is
Whatever
true.
it
Yeah.
is you choose to do, make sure you're bloody good at it."
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Including criminals and
Everything.
No,
Look at Lu
no.
Pong.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, this is true. Whether you are a guy working in the mailroom of a company, and we know guys like that, Glenn, you and I, or you're the director of a company, be good at what you do. Be proud of what you
Take pride
do.
in it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you will come out of your job a better person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And be aware of your surroundings.
Yes.
That's important. I love the way we're adding,
Right?
we're just
Yeah,
adding
no,
things
it's
on.
It's like,
Yeah.
what were we talking about at first?
Yeah. Look around you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. I think being proud of what you do is key no matter what it is you're doing.
Yeah, of
Like I
course.
was always so impressed with like game shows like the Wheel of Fortune because they had people who would be taking part and Pat Sajak would be like, "So what is it you do?" And he'd be like, "I'm a janitor." Or I throw
Yeah.
rubbish out every day. And then you'd be like, wow, he said that with so much pride.
Yeah.
Or I'm a pizza delivery boy. And then I feel you don't have so much of that here.
No, you don't, because
You
people
know.
look down on it. You think about it. I am a garbage collector.
Yeah.
And people go, "You're a garbage collector." Okay, let's take all the garbage collectors away. Now let's see what your neighborhood's like.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's our
They do a
parents
really
lah.
important job, and you need to you need to give them respect, and they need to respect themselves for what they
Did
do.
you hear what Sean just said?
He's
It's-
right.
Parents.
It's the
He's
parents.
right.
How many
Yeah.
times did your mom tell you, if you
He's
don't
right.
study hard enough, you'll be a
Garbage collector.
garbage collector?
Not garbage collector. So my mom used to say, you're either a lawyer, doctor, or failure. So you can choose either one.
Oh, ouch.
That's good, though, actually.
See?
I mean,
Is it?
You didn't turn out a failure.
Yeah,
Perhaps
I
maybe
mean,
if she didn't say that, you would have been.
But she said lawyer, doctor, or failure.
like you
No, but-
only have these kind of choices. I know what she means, so and at least I have a little bit of perspective growing up.
Did that
and
motivate you?
No, I was watching TV most of the time.
That's why she told you.
That's why I think so.
I mean, sometimes the more you persist, the more someone will resist, right?
Yeah, it's a rebellious stage
It's
of life, right? You
yeah.
just keep pushing.
You push,
like, nah, I
they
don't
move
do it.
away, right? Yeah.
They need to know when to give and take.
Well, you turned out okay.
You turned
Yeah,
out
you're
all right.
all
I'm a
right.
special one. No, I do admit I'm like quite lucky also.
You're in good
Yeah.
company, don't
Exactly.
worry.
I learned so much from you guys as well. So.
Yeah.
You never went to Boys Town, right?
No, just visiting only sometimes.
Are you just saying you were never a delinquent?
I was about to say that, yeah. So you're never a juvenile delinquent.
Yeah, I wasn't. No.
Okay.
It was very
good.
nice.
So you did
I only
well.
look like a bad boy.
I just want to clarify one thing before anybody gets the wrong idea. Boys Town has produced some amazing people in Singapore, please.
I'm sure
Just
they
bear
have.
that in
I'm
mind.
sure they have. I'm sure.
Okay, stand by, traffic.
1FM 91.3 traffic.
Okay, you're going to have one or two delays across the expressways. We know that. TPE towards the PIE, a vehicle broken down after Jalan Kayu exit. That is going to slow you down just a wee bit this morning. Is there anything else that should slow you down? Nope, just that one. Take care as you drive today. Make sure everyone's buckled up. Drive safely.
1FM 91.3, it's The Big Show. Glenn, Angel, FD, and Sean. And today we have Adrian Choo from careeragility.org. You know, what's the job market like out there today? I mean, just, just moving away from the wise sayings that we've been talking about this morning. How is the job market out there, and what are the opportunities like?
Well, actually, it's looking really rosy. You know, a lot of our clients are landing left, right, and center, and the headhunters and the recruiters are all out in full force now. So there's a lot of recruitment activities, a lot better than last year, obviously, but it's picking up. And in fact, there's no signs of slowing down. So the opportunities are out there, and that's what we were saying earlier with Oprah Winfrey. You know, how prepared are you? You know, do you have your CV ready? Do you know how to respond to the headhunter when he calls? You know, are you out there creating your own opportunities? Are you talking to the companies that are hiring? Do you know what are they hiring for? What are the latest skills? So the market is picking up. You know, don't be left behind. And right now, in certain industries and certain sectors, there's a huge demand. For instance, like in technology, very huge demand. There's a shortage. There's a huge shortage of talents in that space. So much so they actually have to import. Otherwise, the companies simply can't run. You see, so start getting trained up in that space. Start learning more about that space. It's really exciting times.
You know, Adrian, this must be a very tricky time as well, because I mean, everyone's working from home now, right? So let's say if a company decides to hire someone, right? What's the first day for the person like? The person is not
At
going
home.
to go to the office. The
Virtually.
person is going to be reporting to his or her boss virtually.
Rolling out of bed.
And dealing with HR
Yeah.
virtually as well.
Yeah.
Surely this is a little, unsettling, right? It could be unsettling for some people, right?
It is, and one of our clients just started work on Monday, and he hasn't met everyone face to face yet. So in fact, all the interviews and the process was all virtual. So he's adjusting, and we have a program for people who are starting off their work in the new office. So one of the things we do is we tell them, you still need to reach out and talk to these guys outside the official channels. I mean, it's like. It's just basically talk to them. It doesn't have to be during the meetings, but during lunchtime, you can just Zoom them or call them and say, hi, let's spend about 15 minutes just chatting.
I think that's really important because you think about it. You're starting your new job from home. When we all go back to the office, you've got to make sure that you fit into that culture.
And you know everyone.
You know,
Yeah.
and you're familiar with everyone. You can't just stay in your own little bubble because that is scary. Because like my company, we are actually hiring. And that's one of the things we're looking at. How do we make sure that we, as management, integrate these new people into the company culture when they're working from home?
Yeah. I mean,
It's not easy.
Yeah,
It's not easy.
I mean, Anjali had another internship before she joined us.
Right.
And she never went into the workspace ever.
Yeah.
She never met the people. Everything was done virtually, and that was last year, I believe. And she never met anyone, never went into the workspace.
Yeah. She was miserable.
She's so happy now. She can't wait to go.
Of course.
Hey, some people like that, no?
what, being
Yeah,
virtual?
you don't have to meet people. You don't have to, like, those homebodies. They're just like, I stay
Yeah,
home
the
and just send
introverts.
emails.
The introverts
Yeah,
don't want
but-
to go.
Yeah.
But then wait till they actually have to go out into the work world, because that is actually going to happen at some point, right? It's not always going to be work from home.
The big worry, I'm sure, would be with that first day when I go back to the office. What happens if I fall short
Yeah.
of what everybody is expecting?
Because you need some sort of EQ skills as well to be
Yeah.
able to work socially with other
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's okay. I mean, the whole idea, being virtual and being away from the physical office, is that you have to very proactively reach out to people. Just talk to them, offer your mobile number and your WhatsApp. Just reach out to them. You just can't retreat into your shell.
But what if you're such an introvert that you can't even do that? There are some people that are too shy to even say, "Oh, here's my number. Get in touch anytime."
Yeah,
That's
then
not for
I
everyone.
would say just limit your access to the people that matter. I would say just your immediate bosses, your immediate colleagues, your inner team, your inner circle needs to get to know you better, because it's not just about you knowing them. They have to know you as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Or immediately get in touch with Adrian, please. info@careeragility.org.
Oh, good one.
He will train you.
Nice
He
segue,
will
nice
train you.
segue.
He and his team will train you.
Good one.
All right, up next, Sugar Ray. Here's Every Morning on The Big Show, 1FM 91.3.
It's very interesting. On our Facebook page, I've discovered something. Gabrielle put this up. Do you know that saying, keep calm and carry on? Mm-hmm. Do you know who one of the first people to use it was?
No.
Winston Churchill.
Oh,
I had no idea.
I thought it was like a millennial thing. It was like on all the pillows and everything.
Keep calm
Yeah,
and
that's right.
carry
Keep
on.
calm
But
and,
then
and
there's always
whatever.
the crown on top.
There is
Yes.
the crown, yes.
Keep
yes.
calm and
British
carry
saying.
on.
Yes.
It's a British saying.
British saying.
I had no idea. And maybe that is one of the things that people need to realize these days.
Maybe the Queen told him that, and then he used it.
It sounds very much like
Yeah.
a Queen thing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like Queen Elizabeth looked at Winston Churchill and went like, keep calm and carry on, Winston.
While holding her purse.
And 5 corgis.
Yeah, and 5 corgis.
It's basically chill, dude.
Another great quote, Adrian, that you provided was, "The best way to appreciate your job is to imagine yourself without one,"
Yeah,
by Oscar Wilde.
yeah. And
That's
sometimes we do take things for granted. I mean,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, we are complaining, when the hours are long, my customers are noisy, they're complaining and everything. And we Singaporeans tend to complain a lot about everything.
Everything.
It's our national pastime, and
Yes.
and I'm guilty as charged as well. So,
Yeah.
but if sometimes it just takes a bit of you, it's good to take a pause and say, there are people out there like what you were saying just now, who are worse off than us, right? Without a job. And right now, even though I may not love my job, I may be going through a tough time, but the bills are still being paid.
Yes.
And so let's not get too negative about it. Let's look at the positive side of things.
Attitude of gratitude.
Yeah, and you don't have to wallow in your misery as well. If you're not happy in your job, make plans to move. As I said earlier, the market's picking up. Are you doing the right things? Are you moving in the right direction? Are you properly equipped for the new market demands that are coming up? Don't just sit down and complain. Take action.
I think a lot of people are worried about that because they see companies evolving, they see people evolving, and then they go, oh man, I'm 42. I'm going to have to evolve. I'm going to have to learn something. It's like going back to school. I don't know whether I can do it.
You can do it.
I think that's another problem that a lot of people face, whether or not they can go through that whole study and reinvent themselves.
Do you see a lot of older people joining the workforce, Adrian? Or
Yeah, and
changing careers?
And let me share something with you that's really interesting. We see 42-year-olds coming in and saying, I'm so tired. I'm feeling old already. I'm 42. And we tell them, look, you're 42. Come on, you've got another 25 years more to go. You think about it. You're not even at the halfway mark yet. But they're feeling old and they're feeling, I'm getting old. And I'm wondering why. And one of the reasons is because they're feeling burnt out.
They
It's
don't
been a
enjoy
rough-
what they do, obviously.
Yeah, and they want to try something different, but they are afraid of moving. One of the biggest misconceptions: if I try something different, I might fail. If I try something different, I might have to settle for a lower paying job because it's new. So a lot of these career crossroaders, they get very confused, they get very worried, and then what they do is they stick to the safe. And what happens? They just carry on with what they do until they are 49.
And they carry on complaining.
Yeah, correct. And they don't enjoy life. They don't enjoy working. So no. Sometimes you just need to pause and think, what's my next move? How do I do it?
Yeah.
Usually when you're burnt out and you're in pain, you start to feel old. Like
Yeah.
the whole of last week, I felt old, I ran
You were
5
in
days.
pain and you were
Over the
burnt out.
weekend, I felt so old.
The burnt out was the sun you were
Oh
feeling.
my God. My body is still aching a little bit after last week.
We've learned this about you, Glenn. Everything in moderation, please.
Never change.
Never change. Well, Albert Einstein once said, a person who never made a mistake never tried anything new.
Yeah, that's true. So which means that you got to go out and keep trying, and it's okay to make mistakes. I mean, it's like if you ask FD, if your guys make a mistake, a genuine mistake, are you gonna come down hard on them?
You don't come down hard on them. I think every mistake that's made needs to be turned into
A lesson.
A lesson.
Yeah.
If they make that same mistake 3 or 4 times, then yes, I'm going to come
Exactly.
down
I
hard.
was about to say, you can't keep on making, the same mistake.
The same mistakes.
No.
But when an initial mistake is made, you have to turn that into a lesson to be learnt.
But there are mistakes that are made, and then you improve on that, and you may still make a mistake down the same line. I mean, if you look at James Dyson,
Yeah.
he made 5,127 prototypes of his famous vacuum before someone picked up the idea.
That's
Right.
true.
And he always famously said, I didn't make 500. He always said there were 5,126 failures, but he learned from each one, and that's how he came up with the solution. So he
Wow.
never, ever gave up. Can you imagine 5,000?
Who keeps track?
Some people
of
stop
the
at like
mistakes?
2. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Some
He's
people
an engineer, so I think he's keeping track of everything, right? So,
Version
Yeah,
1,
that's true.
version 2.
But
version
now
3.
that he's made it, maybe he just made that whole story up.
I don't
but,
think
but
so,
it's
no,
a
I
story
don't
we've
think so.
heard before. The electric light bulb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Edison did the same
Yeah.
thing.
Edison
10,000.
did 10,000 mistakes before
Yeah.
he got the light bulb.
And he says, I
And-
found
and
10,000
look,
ways not to make a light bulb.
You know, look at
Yeah.
what we have now and what we live with and what we take for granted.
Yeah, and
They
ours
didn't
all
have
spoiled.
they didn't have bosses. That's why.
No, and I think this is something that happens way too much in the workplace today. People not tolerating a mistake.
And people giving up too easily.
Because
as well.
at the end of the day, we need to go back to 101. Nobody is perfect.
Perfect, yeah.
People are going to make mistakes, and you have to recognize that from day one.
There was a
It
story.
depends what kind of industry you're in, also. What? If you're a pilot and you have passengers on a plane,
That one chance only you have. There was a story about Bill Gates back when I think he did IBM or something like that.
Yeah.
And a coder made a mistake and cost him 10 grand or something.
Yeah.
So he thought he was going to get fired. And he went up to the boss and Bill said no, he came up and he said okay, I'm sorry. I understand if you're going to fire me. And he says, why would I fire you? I just spent 10 grand training you.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So,
it's
yeah.
a different. It's a
the
different way of
mindset
looking
of
at
management.
it.
It's the mindset of management, and I really reach out to management. You've got to be more tolerant of the mistakes.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, there are certain cases where some mistakes are irreparable. It's
of course.
But I mean,
Yeah, of course.
if it comes to something that can be taught upon, can be learned from,
Yeah.
can be trained on,
Yeah.
then it's worth investing in.
Just look at Silicon Valley. It's built on failure and mistakes.
Yeah, that is true.
Silicon Valley is built on failures and mistakes.
Yeah.
And look what it is.
Look what it gives us.
Look what it gives
Yeah.
us today. So
and I think that the biggest takeaway is that it's not so much about not just only about the failures, but it's the fear of failure that stops you from trying.
Yeah.
When you look at the job description, you look at this, it looks a bit too big for me, But hey, you don't know until you try it. You don't even go for the interview. They want to meet you, they want to talk to you, but you're not even making yourself available. Then you're basically locking yourself out from something that could be fantastic or great. So what we always say is, you keep an open mind, just go for it, and even if you try it out, if you want to pivot into something else that's different, you try it out, it doesn't work out, it's okay, just move back again.
Yeah, that's true.
it's still a lesson learned.
yeah.
Okay, we learned this lesson on air. Stand by.
OneFM 91.3 traffic.
Alrighty, 1 or 2 delays across the expressways. Not too much to worry about as you head out this morning. Just please stay within the speed limit. Make sure you've got everyone in your car buckled up. Stay safe as you drive today.
Good morning. We are the Big Show. Glenn, Angel, FD, and Sean. Today being a Thursday, it is Happy at Work Thursday with Adrian Choo from careeragility.org. If you'd like some advice from Adrian, or sign up for one of his courses, you can get in touch with Adrian at info@careeragility.org. In closing today, Adrian, earlier on we were talking about what people should be doing. They should be trying new things, not being afraid of failure. Is there anything else you could put out there for people perhaps who feel like they need to be empowered at this point in time?
I think one of the biggest things that my mentor always told me is, if at first you don't succeed, try again. So you have to keep persevering. I think for me, that's perseverance is something which builds resilience. And if you give up too easily, sometimes you're just this far away from success and you give up. It's such a pain. So don't give up. Keep trying. But it doesn't mean that you keep trying the same thing over and over again.
The same way.
That's what they call insanity, right? Doing the same thing over again, trying to get a different result, right? So be smart, adapt, improvise, overcome, and just keep trying, but don't give up. Basically, whatever you're doing.
A great quote as well is, everything that you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear.
That's true.
Wow,
that's very true.
That's a nice one. That's a good one.
Yeah. So just sometimes it takes going outside your comfort zone because we fear what we don't know.
Right.
What's that again? Can you say what?
Everything that you seek is outside, or everything that you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear.
Nice. I'm going to tattoo that on my arm, but I'm afraid of tattoos. I'm afraid of tattoos, so no.
Climb over that comfort zone wall.
Come, I bring you.
You're afraid of getting tattooed? Try something new, Adrian.
Try something new. Come on.
Like a fullback piece.
If you don't like it halfway through, just tell the tattoo artist to stop.
I've given up.
Erase, backspace.
Adrian will end up with everything you, and that's all that's
One E.
Why don't you talk E? Just the E. Just the E.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us today, Adrian. We'll see you next week.
Okay, take care.
Oh wait, can I share one last quote with Adrian before he says bye? This is from my mentor, also something that I think all Singaporeans can relate. A very famous quote: "Act blur, live longer."
Who said that?
Everybody said. I didn't ever go army, you don't know.
The first time I've heard that.
Since everybody has shared a quote, I'll put a quote out there as well. Oscar Wilde once said, "Only the shallow know themselves." Okay, we'll just take care, Adrian.
Okay, take care. Good weekend. Bye.
Up next, Charlie Puth featuring Megan Trainor. Here's Marvin Gaye on The Big Show, 1FM 91.3.
I love that song.
It's true. There's so many quotes that have been thrown at us through our lives.
So such good quotes.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So much has been thrown at us.
All right, what are we doing, Sean?
Yes, Sean Chua. Sean V. Me is about to check in.
Logging in.
Sean V. Me. You can follow Sean V. Me at on Instagram.
Yep.
At Sean V. Me.
Sean V. Me.
Correct.
Yo, Sean V. Me.
It's the Coke bottle. It's the Coke bottle.
Morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, you know about that.
It's a good thing, Sean, because you're trying to raise the stock price of Coke now.
They will sponsor you,
Bought some last night.
There you go.
I love Coca-Cola.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
But I also love Cristiano Ronaldo, though.
That is true.
The thing is that I kind of almost forgot that we're back on this week. So my whole body clock was messed up. So instead of coffee in the morning, it's like Coke now.
Great replacement.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, let me just share a quote since you guys were doing so many quotes earlier. I wanted to jump in there my favorite quote is, "Never try, never fail."
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
Right?
Never try, never succeed as well.
That's true. But look at it, it's like hard work pays off in future, laziness pays off now,
Yeah.
Okay, what do you have for us today?
I bet he's going to do a card trick.
Yes.
I think
Okay.
so.
But like I said, because I almost thought we were not back today, this is something I've never tried before, so let's just hope this works. Okay, let's just hope this works, all right? It's going to be a simple pick a card trick. So pick a card and I'll tell you what it is.
That one.
How everything,
one, that
everything
one.
facing
Where
you.
you're-
pick
where
one.
you're-
Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm looking at them. Yeah, it should be this way. So yeah, you can't pick it this way. So I'll tell you what we'll do is Angel, just call stop as usual. Okay, just call stop.
Call stop.
Here.
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. So have a look at this card, everyone. Okay. I won't look. Remember it. I'm gonna now put it back in the deck and try to find it. Okay. So we'll put it back in.
Facing you as well.
Can't guess.
And let's see if I can find your card.
All right. Okay.
All right. It's,
Not that one.
it's this one.
No.
Close.
No. Okay. Let's try. No.
No, it's not that one.
This one.
No.
She's
Okay.
a queen, lah, but not that.
I'll be honest because I didn't prepare. I lost your card. Well, was it the small one?
Yeah.
Smaller than the one.
Yeah, I knew that.
Smaller one.
The small one. Okay,
The
the small one. All right. So let's try this again. Okay, so remember the card. Remember the card. Okay. I will now put it into the middle. Okay, into the middle, and I will make it come to the top.
No, you can't.
Watch. Done.
What?
Not
way.
only is your card now on top, but it's also changed into the 10.
How did you do that, Sean?
What was your card?
That's amazing. I'm not telling you.
Oh, you're not telling me. Okay,
No.
all right, no problem. So, but it's changed, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it has.
Okay, never mind. Okay, I tell you what. Let's try to get this right. Okay, your card, I guess it should still be somewhere in the deck. Oh, you know what? You know what I'll do? I will make your card appear in here.
No way.
Watch. You see it? It's in there. Yeah, right. I mean,
Yeah, I
because
see it,
coke
I
is
see it.
dark,
Yeah.
I don't think you can see
Hard
it.
to see, maybe
Right.
water
Inside,
and
yeah,
easier.
inside.
Exactly.
Stop there.
Right. No, in there.
Inside. It's in the liquid.
Yeah, which is black. So,
I'll have to take your word for it.
We'll have
Yeah,
to
there
take
you
your
go.
word
Just
for it.
say
man.
yes, it's there.
all right, never mind. Let's try to get this right at least once.
Please.
Just help me out. What was the card?
No.
No, you gotta help him
Oh,
out.
I have
You
to.
really want us to tell you?
You really,
Yeah,
really,
yeah. I
really-
mean, I lost it. So
Five of clubs.
And I had the 10 of clubs. I actually doubled your
Yes,
card
you
earlier.
did. You did. You did.
Oh,
Yeah.
I meant to do that.
All right. Okay.
Okay, so 5 of clubs. Is it in there? No, it's not.
See, I told you
let's-
guys it wasn't in there.
All right, let's see if we can actually try to at least get your card to come out of the bottle. There.
5 of clubs.
5
Oh, what
of
the?
clubs.
Oh my
No.
god.
What?
What the? Stand
No!
Wow,
Round of
that's good.
applause.
Okay, that's good.
Round of applause.
Whew.
Nice.
We got it in the end.
Nicely
Well
done.
done.
Nicely done, Sean. Well
Okay,
done.
that was-
Thank you.
Well done.
I was thinking that, oh man, I missed it. Luckily,
Well
5 of
done.
clubs. 5 of clubs, okay. Coke price is going to go way up now.
You're going to make them back their $4 billion.
Yeah.
Thank you
Got
very
it
much,
cheap.
Sean Chua.
That was
No
nice, Sean.
problem,
That was
no
nice.
problem.
Well
Good
done.
one.
All right.
Power.
It's great to be back with you guys early on a Thursday morning. Looking forward to doing this again next week.
Absolutely.
Alrighty.
Everybody follow Sean at Sean V Me on Instagram.
Sean V.
All righty. Cool
Okay.
stuff.
Okay. All right, you guys have yourselves a great day ahead, great weekend. See you guys next week.
And,
All
you,
right.
and you go back to
All right.
sleep. All right.
Go back to sleep.
Okay, after I finish this.
Bye,
Bye,
Sean.
Sean.
Bye, Sean.
Bye.
Take care. All right. How about that, huh?
Oh,
That was pretty cool.
Boy, that was
pretty
that
cool.
was cool.
That
Gotta
whole
say.
label change. That was cool.
I
That
saw
was very
her just like, is he gonna get it?
I was very, I was
I'm like, from the start, yeah, I know.
skeptical.
This is the act, you know, right? This is the act. Just let him finish his act.
I'm a realist. What can I say?
Just a quick announcement. Everybody who sent in their WhatsApp for the Father's Day, we're gonna call somebody soon.
Ah, yes.
Stay
that's
by
right.
your phone.
I'll be reminding you guys again. Okay.
You remind
All right.
again?
Yes, I'll remind you guys again.
Again.
Maybe in about 15 minutes time or something like that. But yeah, stay by your phones if you've taken part in the Father's Day contest right here on 1FM 91.3. All right, that's it.
Say
Yeah,
goodbye.
peace out.
Yeah,
Nice and
peace
early.
out.
Share the video.
All right. Bye.
Bye.